Listen to me, fam. The world is coming to an end. It's more than evident. You wake up at 55 degrees, within 2 hours it's 80 degrees. When it's nice outside, the humidity levels are through the roof. And based on my personal appearance, I'm wearing a hoodie and it's the end of June. Don't be surprised if there's a little bit of a flurry in August. One thing that I can't stand is the humidity. The humidity just drives me insane. So that just came to my head. Yo, Cuba, put a list together of 10 designers and 10 niches that are dope for the humidity. So I'm going to start off with the niche section. Based on my personal taste, 10 fragrances that I would personally recommend wearing in crazy humidity. Let's roll my motherfucking music so I can put you on to 10 niche fragrances to solely wear in the humidity. I mean, because that's what it feels like I'm only in. Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. Let's jump right into this list. The humidity, the humidity, the humidity. I know some of you guys live in climates that is constant humidity, and I'm sorry for you. I personally don't even know what dry heat feels like. New York gets insane when the humidity hits and that sun is just beaming on you. You feel like you're walking with a wet plastic bag all over your torso. Like, explain to me how do socks sweat? You ever been in a predicament that you just get home after New York City walking and you rinse your underwear, fam? Like, that's insane. And one of the things when it comes to fragrance that I don't want to do is wear something thick, sticky, overly sweet in the humidity. It just makes me feel like I got tape on my hand and you just hear that. I don't want to feel heavy. I don't want to feel sticky. I don't want something that's gonna wear overly sweet and candied on the skin. It's just, me, I like bright citruses to cut through all that sweetness and cut through that mustiness that you're gonna have. And some herbal freshness, minty, juniper. And this list is compiled of that. But I'm gonna start off with a little bit more tropical, a little bit of a sunshine vibe. What I like to refer to as vacation in a bottle. And that's from Ramon Monegal. And that's La Isla Blanca, aka Ibiza. A boozy cocktail with beautiful, sweet, musky dryness that makes you feel like you're in the middle of a shanty in the Caribbean, drinking a cocktail that came out of something that fell off a tree. The performance of this fragrance is absolutely outstanding. It feels like summer vacation in a bottle. The tropical essences of a slight suntan lotion vibe mixed with a nice dry muskiness will help you during the humidity not feel like a hot, sticky mess. What you're gonna feel like is your ass should be sitting on a rooftop somewhere while the tar is melting in a chaise lounge, politicking of what scams you gotta pull off to go on your next vacation. Sounds like I'm speaking from personal experience. So Ramon Monegal Ibiza's La Isla Blanca is something que yo recomiendo para el verano. Next one. A little bit of spice is nice, and if you wanna put it with a mass appeal fragrance that really has gotten me a numerous amount of compliments around me, and everybody who smelled it seems to absolutely go crazy for this joint. London Spice is just very nice. I told you, one of the things that I like in the summertime is herbals, fresh mint, aquatic-y vibes, citric nuances, brightness. But this peppery vibes that comes off of this, along with all those things that I mentioned, make it a very sexy, extremely wearable in that disgusting humidity that you may encounter. Now, it only doesn't apply to humidity, but the video topic is humidity, so bear with me. High heat appropriate, absolutely. The performance has been really nice off of this fragrance. I'm getting at least a 7.86894. Carry the one, hold the T, negative 2 hours off of this joint. But even as fresh as this fragrance is, it still has a little bit of body. Like, the base is filled with like nutmeg and woody vibes, but really that bright citric opening with the aquatic vibes and that little bit of a sprinkle of red or black pepper gives it a wonderful versatility and beautiful for the fucking humidity. You are sexy, my friend. Next one. Let's stick with that clear booze, baby, and we're talking about that Saint Juliet. I'll hit you with the notes real quick. Sweet mint, tangerine, southern magnolia, bourbon, grisalva, sugar cube, and crushed ice. A sweet southern belle cocktail that you will absolutely love, darling. This is a gorgeous scent. beautiful, boozy, big brim hat, nice white linens, no underwear, free balling, your asshole doesn't have to sweat. I know a lot of you dudes who watch my channel are some big burly, beerly motherfuckers who run and their asshole hairs tie up, that type of fatness. And hey, I sympathize with y'all. Just get your ass waxed, alright? Crushed ice, booziness, and beautiful minty vibes is what you're getting out of this fragrance. It smells like a Southern Belle cocktail with a beautiful amount of freshness and that nice iciness, like if you were chewing on a winter fresh in 2002. It gives you that nice vibrancy and life out of this fragrance. So this for the hot humidity, that St. Juliet vibes, lit. Next one. This one's a newer acquisition in my collection, and I've been having an absolute blast wearing this joint, and that's 𝗵𝘁𝗄𝗄 Gin and Tonic. Look, it's got a little bit of a dent in it already. This is a really fun hot weather fragrance. I don't find it to be one of the most complicated fragrances, but when something works, it works. And off of my skin, it works gorgeously. It's bright, it's beautiful, it's mass appealing. There's no sharp edges in this joint. There's nothing off-putting. It's a beautiful, bright, citric, mass appeal summertime staple. Like, this has been very, very just anillo a dedo, just a perfect fit for my chemistry. My body just does well with this shit. And my body is built like a Greek god who just did a 6-month bid and is on his way to rehab. But I love this joint. It's so fucking good. It's so good. Mint. I noticed, and I'm looking down on this list because I just started grabbing shit that really resonated with me. There's a lot of minty airiness that I like to wear in the summertime. It really just adds that freshness. I mean, mint is fresh. You like it in a cocktail. It adds that element of freshness. You still get that greenery, but it gives you life. It's a little bit therapeutic in a way, but it's like you can breathe. And this is no exception to the fact that you can breathe, but you're gonna breathe smelling sexy as shit. It's fizzy, it's minty, it's citric, it's boozy, it's bright, it's airy, it's delicious, it smells incredible. A beautiful summer scent profile. Doesn't have the crazy versatility for all seasons, but pull off whatever you want, whenever you want. But humidity-wise, crack. Next one. Summer staple, hot weather. This one will always slap and nobody really cares about it. Creed, Arolfa. Arolfa hits crazy in the summer. It takes the sun and then slaps it around like, yo, you can't hold me down, papo. This joint just sits on your skin about 3 to 5 feet and just hovers like a shield of security from the sun and humidity. It will take whatever you throw at it in the hot weather. If you're stuck in a situation that it's gonna be hot, it's always hot, it's always humid, it's always musty, it's always sticky. Feel like you smell like 14 Romanian dudes in a hot bath. Like, I get it. Arolfa will slap all that. The joint hits crazy. It's musky, it's beautiful, it's tart, it's citric, it's bright. The joint is cracation. One of those Creed fragrances that nobody really cares about because they're not putting attention to it. They want to focus on the Aventuses and the Royal Oats and everything. That joint for the summer is summer staple. It's a beast. Worst case scenario, get yourself a little sample of Arolfa. You could probably shop it around and get it for the low because nobody cares about it. Try it out and see how it performs on your skin. But Arolfa for the humidity, next one. This is a summertime banger. GσσÄ Neo. GσσÄ Neo, fam. Insane performance in the summertime. Off of my skin, it is incredible. I'm talking about sillage, performance, longevity, erection. I mean, this is crazy. Think about it. It's one of the only few fragrances with neroli in it that I can tolerate, and I tolerate it well. I love wearing this shit. I have the clones, I have the original, I got a second, I got a sample. I got shit for days when it comes to this scent. Just the right amount of woody dryness from that vetiver. You get the brightness from the bergamot. You get the little neroli baby powder ass smell. Slightly spicy, ambery. Listen to me. GσσÄ Neo, summertime vibes. Next one. We want the mass appeal, and I get it. I get it. Cèdre boisé, I get it. You get creamsicle, sexy, mass appeal, no brainer, easy to wear. You're the type of dude who's youthful, not married, doesn't have any kids, isn't tied down, brings a random to the crib every now and then, has to get a shot because it burns when you pee. You're in the point in life that you have no worries, no care, no heavy debt, no mortgage. Her box stink a little bit. You're like, I can get over it. You slam her, then her fat friend, then her sister, and you're just like, I care nothing. You're sexually open. You want to get pegged? I've tried. I've never done it before. This is the type of life that you're living, and I don't envy you. I don't want to be you. So Cèdre boisé is one that you can wear, young buck out there running through everything that you can. Next one. Apple, pineapple, bergamot, crazy, mass appeal, bomb. Supernova, Hughes. This goes along in that mass appeal space of Cedra Boisé, but this is, I mean, the notes in here, the feeling, the sensation, the ingredients, the quality, the sillage, the performance, the profile, it's across the board a banger. What I like about this fragrance is the mid and dry down portion when it starts to get a little bit tangy, a little bit spicy, a little bit citric, with a nice little ice crystallized gingery pop that comes off the skin. Terence Hughes has been one of those lines lately that really has surprised me, like beyond belief, of how consistently good the majority of the lineup is. I'm not gonna say all the fragrances are a 10-10 across the board, but let me tell you, there's a lot of them. But Supernova is definitely one of those ones that I really wanna test out in that humidity because it works really well off of my skin. And I'm just waiting for this humid asshole sweat. I didn't know your asshole had pores like to sweat, although there was a thing back in the day where you used to blow like inanimate objects in the asshole because there's mad blood vessels and shit gets high. Whatever. I don't know how I just got off of that rant from fragrance. Supernova, really good for the humidity. Next one. You're as cold as ice. Elysium Eau Intense by Roja. Tart, sour, citric, fire. It's like walking into a pillow of rhubarb. Rhubarb, a note that you must try out. I feel like rhubarb is one of the most interesting notes in perfumery and so distinct. So if you combine that with white florals, musk, sharp, sour, pomelo, grapefruit, citrus, tartness, sprinkled with a little sugar, and then you throw in some apple and juniper, all these fragrances are mad expensive. Let's keep it 1,000, all of them. They're all money. Well, except the last one. The last one's actually cheap because it's also smaller size. Let's get samples. You don't gotta blow the bag, fam. Get samples. See how it works out on your skin. These are ones that work, I mean, deliciously off my skin, but we can have completely different skin chemistries unless we're kin. Who knows? My pops could have been in these streets dropping mini Cubas everywhere. Apple didn't fall far from the tree. Just get some samples, but this one is a sample that you must try in the hot weather. And finally, one of my favorite minty fragrances that I feel like I only reach for a couple of months out of the year. This is the second bottle, but You or Someone Like You from État Libre d'Orange is one of the most awesome minty fragrances, maybe my first love of minty fragrances in the fragrance space. There's a few notes in here and we'll look them up if I feel like it, but honestly what shines here is the mint. It's a beautiful, bright, wet, dewy mint that smells to die for. It screams like there will be no sweat particles penetrating my epidermis, because this shit is deliciously dewy, soft, flowing, just crystallized, sweet, frozen leaf of mint. There's a little bit of floral component in here, some other greenery notes. There's muskiness, there's citruses, who cares? It's all about la menta. Esta mentica que adentro está de BB. And you don't need a big bottle. I'd stay getting the little ones, the little 30s, because what else do you need? Like, you think I need 100 ml of anything? Try this one. If you like mint fragrances that don't smell like rodent repellent garbage bags, fire. I've given you a substantially amazing, gorgerific, fantastical list of 10 niche fragrances that will slap the ish out of humidity all day, day. Sample these joints, they're not cheap. It is a niche list and most niche fragrances are a little bit of a higher bracket, but some of y'all motherfuckers in here, especially the thick boys who watch me, got some paper. Y'all been doing triple and quadruple overtime. I got some hustlers here who be doing that, you know, moving that You think I haven't gotten some random packages to my P.O. box with some funny stuff smells out of it and, you know, Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. The Fed is watching. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. I'll put links in the description to different websites so you can go and purchase these particular fragrances. Hopefully there'll be some promo codes, discount coupons, whatever. And please, just chill in some AC, bro, because this summer is gonna be disrespectful. Smooches.
Cubaknow, what's fresh, who's best? Wanna know who's gonna pass the test? Cubaknow.
fly gun holder, money folder, molar roller, star tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense, you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.